Broncos country, breaking news. The 2024 Denver Broncos schedule has been leaked. I want to give you guys the opportunity right now, just in case you accidentally clicked on this video or you don't want the schedule to be spoiled, just like it says, spoiler alert in the title. This is your opportunity to exit the video right now. All right, we're good. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the schedule. This is from Twitter account Aussie NFL, which has been very, very accurate leaking the schedules for the past couple of seasons. We already knew that the Denver Broncos were going to be facing the Seattle Seahawks on the road week 1 and the Pittsburgh Steelers at home week 2. We talked about that on Broncos Syndicate yesterday in a video. Those had already been leaked, but now we've got the remainder of the games. 3 of the first 4 games for the Denver Broncos are going to be on the road, which is a little bit of a challenge, and then you'll see that our bye week is not going to be all the way down until week 14. Those are the first things that you take a look at when you see the schedule, and also 2 primetime games, a Thursday night game and a Monday night game. No Sunday night games right off the bat, but as we all know, flex scheduling does take into effect after week 5, so the Denver Broncos will have the opportunity to play themselves onto prime time like they did last year in the game versus the Detroit Lions. So we already knew about the first 2. Week 1 at Seattle, week 2 versus the Steelers, Russell Wilson's homecoming. Week 3, we're going to be going to Tampa Bay, a really tough place to play at the beginning of the year just because of the heat and the humidity. It's going to be really, really nasty. At the Jets, week 4, the Nathaniel Hackett revenge game. And just so you know, guys, we will be breaking down each and every single game when we go live at 6 o'clock when the Denver Broncos formally announce the schedule, and we'll be doing a way too early record prediction for these games. So, week 4 at the Jets, week 5 versus the Raiders, week 6 versus the Jim Harbaugh-led Chargers at home. The Chargers have been a team that have struggled in Denver in the Justin Herbert era. They've never won in Denver since Justin Herbert took over as their starting quarterback. They haven't won in Denver since 2018. Denver's hoping to continue that. Week 7, a big one circled on a lot of calendars. Sean Payton's return to New Orleans, Thursday Night Football. That's going to be an awesome rockin' atmosphere. Who Dat Nation is going to come ready to rock for that game. Week 8, at home versus Carolina. That's one of those games where you hope that the Denver Broncos take care of business and win that game pretty soundly. Week 9, at Baltimore. Always a tough place to play. Beating the Ravens in Baltimore is never an easy task. And then back-to-back tough road games. Week 10 at the Kansas City Chiefs. Going into Arrowhead is something that I kind of wish we would have gotten out of the way a little bit earlier on in the season. Much like last year, I thought last year's Chief games were perfectly placed. They were early in the year, and they were close together with each other. And these ones are still comparatively close together, but not quite as much as the others, obviously. It's still like a 7-8 week difference there. Week 11 versus the Falcons. Week 12 at the Raiders. Week 13, our second primetime game versus the Browns, Monday Night Football. Week 14 is the bye. Week 15 at home versus Anthony Richardson and the Colts. Week 16 at the Chargers. Week 17 at the Bengals. That's going to be a really, really fun game, and I'm kind of surprised they scheduled that one with such big playoff implications, possibly, especially for the Bengals later on in the season. And then Week 18 versus the Kansas City Chiefs, closing out the year at home. We don't know if the Chiefs will even be playing their starters by that point. They could have already had the top seed locked up or one of the top seeds locked up. But that could also be a very, very strong game and a chance for the Denver Broncos to maybe play spoiler a little bit against the Kansas City Chiefs and mess up their playoff position, if not all out knock them out of the playoffs. And who knows, if Denver is in a position to maybe be in playoff contention, that Week 18 versus Kansas City, Week 18 game versus Kansas City could be absolutely huge for Denver. Again, guys, we'll be breaking down each and every one of these games as soon as we go live for the schedule release at 6 o'clock on Broncos Syndicate. Most of that is just going to be so we can watch the really cool video that the Broncos put out, and we'll break these games down and do a way too early record prediction for the 2024 Denver Broncos. All right, Broncos country, let me know how you feel after seeing the schedule for the very first time in the comment section below. Please be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. I would really, really appreciate it, guys. We are trying to hit 3,500 subscribers by the end of the month. I think that's very doable. We got 300 subscribers over the last 2 weeks. I think that we can get another 200 over the next 2 weeks. All right, guys, and until next time, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.